Hi, this is Preeti Dalal, roll number 2317, Mathematics with Computer, second sem. I am going to discuss about the wave equation in three-dimensional space. So as we know, the homogeneous wave equation is written as utt minus Laplacian of u is equal to 0, and non-homogeneous is written as utt minus Laplacian of u is equal to f. Here t is greater than 0 and x belongs to u, where u is the subset of Rn which is open. Now we will discuss about the solution of wave equation for n is equal to 3, which means it is in three-dimensional space. It is also known as Kirchhoff's formula for the solution of three-dimensional initial value problem. So as we have homogeneous wave equation, which is utt minus Laplacian of u is equal to 0 in R3 into 0 to infinity, and u is equal to u is equal to g on R3 into t is equal to 0, ut is equal to h on R3 into t is equal to 0. These are three equation 1, 2 and 3. These equation we have already find out in the previous lectures of roll number 2316. Now let us prove the wave equation in three-dimensional space. So as you can check over here that wave equation is in three-dimensional space means R3, where value of n is equal to 3. So the solution of wave equation in three-dimensional space will be discussed here. So first of all, we consider u, which is 2 time differentiable in R3 into 0 to infinity, is the solution of 3D wave equation. Now let us consider x belongs to R3 any fixed point where r is equal to greater than 0 and t is also equal to and greater than 0, as we have done in previous theorems. Capital U xrt is equal to average of uyt dsy, which is named as equation number 4, and gxr is equal to average of gy dsy, which is equation number 5th, and hxr is equal to average of hy dsy. Now if we talk about Euler-Poisson-Darboux theorem, what it says, if we have any partial differential equation 1, 2 and 3 and we suppose u is its solution, then for n-dimensional we can write the partial differential equation in the form of equation number 7, or generally it is written as capital U tt minus capital U r minus n minus 1 by r capital U r is equal to 0. So here we have n is equal to 3. So by putting n is equal to 3 in the Euler-Darboux theorem, we get utt minus urr minus 2 by r ur is equal to 0 in r positive into 0 to infinity, and u is equal to 0, and also ut is equal to h in r positive into t is equal to 0. But in this case, so we have these conditions in r plus into 0 to infinity and r plus into t is equal to 0. If we want to convert it into one-dimensional wave equation, we will use some substitutions which is given as in equation number 8, which is u delta is equal to ru, g delta is equal to rg, and h delta is equal to rh, which is named as equation number 8. And we are changing the given partial differential equation in one dimensional because we already know the solution of one dimensional wave equation, which we have done in D'Alembert formula. So by using equation number 8, we will make a partial differential equation in one dimensional. Firstly, we will find capital U delta tt minus capital U delta rr. Which is double differentiation with respect to t. We know u delta is equal to ru and by differentiating it with respect to t double times, we get u tilde tt is equal to r capital U tt. But we have given in equation number 7. Where is the equation number 7? Here is it. Here it is. Utt minus urr minus 2 by r ur is equal to 0. So to get utt, we will put it is equal to 0, and then we will find where utt minus urr is equal to 2 by r ur, and utt is equal to 2 by r ur plus urr. Now we will put the value of utt from equation number 7. So u tilde tt is equal to r bracket u r plus 2 by r ur. Now we will multiply r with each given r ur plus 2 ur. We can write 2 ur as ur plus ur, so we will get r ur plus 1 ur plus ur. Now if we check, it is looking like that it is partial differentiation of r ur. So first two terms we can write curl by curl r ur plus, and ur is written as curl by curl r into u. Curl by curl r is taking common r ur plus u. Curl by curl r ur plus 1 dot u, it is again a partial differentiation of ru. So by writing this curl by curl r bracket curl by curl r into ru, by taking curl by curl r out of bracket, we get curl square by curl r square ru, which is equal to curl square by curl r square, where ru is equal to u tilde using equation number 8. Therefore now we will check initial conditions. That means we want to check the value of u tilde at t is equal to 0 and u tilde t at t is equal to 0. So u tilde tt is equal to u tilde rr, which implies u tilde tt minus u tilde rr is equal to 0 in r cross 0 to infinity. U tilde is equal to ru on r plus into t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0, u is equal to g, and we get rg, and as we know rg is equal to g tilde. Therefore u tilde is equal to g tilde on r cross t is equal to 0. Now we will check about its differentiation. So what we have, u tilde is equal to ru, differentiate it with respect to t, we get u tilde t is equal to rut is equal to rh, which is equal to h tilde on r into t is equal to 0, which implies ut tilde is equal to h tilde on r into t is equal to 0, and u tilde is equal to 0 when we put r is equal to 0, because when we put r is equal to 0, 0 is into ut, we get whole 0. So we give this equation a b c d name, and by combining these equations we get u tilde tt minus u tilde rr is equal to 0 in r cross 0 to infinity. U tilde is equal to j tilde, and u tilde t is equal to h tilde on r into t is equal to 0. U tilde is equal to 0 on r is equal to 0. So we get the equation number 9, which is the one-dimensional wave equation, and we already know about its solution. For solution, we will apply reflection method where r is less than t, that is r minus t is less than 0. So in previous theorem we have already done the reflection method and the solution of one-dimensional wave equation, and the solution of that one-dimensional wave equation was uxt is equal to half of gx plus gx minus t bracket close plus half of x minus 2 to x plus 2 integration hy dy, if the given condition is that if x minus t is greater than equal to 0, and when x minus t when x minus t is less than equal to 0, we interchange the x minus t by t minus x, and we get the second term half of bracket gx plus t minus g t minus x bracket close plus half of t minus x integration to x plus t hy dy. So so these things we have to remember and we will use it, and we have only one small difference in it, that in place of small g we will use capital G tilde, in place of h we will use capital H tilde, and in place of small u we will use capital U tilde. So the solution of one dimensional wave equation is given here. So by putting the solution of one dimensional wave equation in here, by applying reflection method for r less than equal to t, that is r minus t less than equal to 0. So in one dimensional wave equation we have g into x plus t. Here we will put in place of small g capital G, and in place of x we will put r. So we get u tilde x r t is equal to half of g tilde r plus t minus g tilde t minus r, because we are using r minus t less than equal to 0, plus half of t minus r to t plus r integration of h tilde y dy, which is equation number 10. So here x is fixed with respect to r and t, and r is also less than equal to t. That means r minus t is less than equal to 0. By using u tilde we will form capital U. We have u x r t is equal to average of u y t dsy. Okay. If we take limit r tends to 0 both sides, but if we take limit r tends to 0 both sides, and we know the surface of the ball is here. Suppose if we are taking a sphere ball of radius r, similarly radius r tends to 0, then it goes on decreasing. Suppose we have a circle or sphere ball with radius r, and if we continuously decreasing it, then after so many steps it will tend to its center itself. So if r tends to 0, then average also tends to uxt. So we will get the value by putting limits r tends to 0, uxt is equal to limit r tends to 0 uxrt. So this limit r tends to 0 uxrt is equal to uxt. But the relation between capital U and capital U tilde was capital U tilde is equal to RU, or uxt is equal to limit r tends to 0 uxrt, limit r tends to 0 1 by r capital U tilde xrt. By putting the value of capital U tilde xrt in the equation, we will get, let limit r tends to 0 1 by 2 r bracket start g tilde r plus t minus g tilde t minus r bracket closed plus 1 by 2 r integration of h tilde y dy from t minus r to t plus r, which is equal to limit r tends to 0 plus 1 by 2r. By separating the limits with each term we will get g tilde r plus t minus g tilde t minus r plus limit r tends to 0 1 by 2r integration t minus r to t plus r h tilde y dy. Then we can write 2r as t plus r minus t minus r. So here we will write limit r tends to 0 plus bracket start g tilde t plus r minus g tilde t minus r divided by t plus r minus whole bracket t minus r bracket close plus limit r tends to 0 plus 1 by t plus r. Here we will put minus by mistake. Here we will put minus sign. Now here we will put the sign of minus. T plus r t plus r minus t minus r whole integration of h tilde y dy from the limit t minus r to t plus r. Here we will get the equation number 11. So by Lagrange mean value theorem, we know limit b tends to a, f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a is equal to f dash of c, where c belongs to a b. Therefore, if we consider a as t minus r and b as t plus r, we will get limit t plus r tends to t minus r g tilde t plus r minus g tilde t minus r divided by t plus r minus t minus r is equal to g tilde dash of t. Here g tilde dash means its differentiation, where t belongs to t minus r bracket t plus here t belongs to t minus r to t plus r. If suppose if we consider t plus r suppose we consider t plus r tends to t minus r, then it will equal to t 2r tends to 0, which implies r tends to 0. So we can write limit r tends to 0, then this equation. Also we know that a to b integration f of x dx is equal to b minus a f of t, where t consider between a to b. That is 1 by b minus a to b integration f of dx is equal to f of t, where a is less than equal to t and t is also less than equal to b. So here we have already considered a as t minus r and b as t plus r. So by putting the value of a and b in the above equation, we will get the 1 by t plus r minus 1 by t minus r integration of h tilde y dy integration t minus r to t plus r, which is equal to h tilde t. Here this dash will not come, by mistake it is there, where t belongs to t minus r to t plus r. Using these results in equation number 11, we will get uxt is equal to g tilde dash t plus h tilde t. We can write partial differentiation curl by curl t g dash t plus h tilde t, and we know that g dash t is equal to t gt. So curl by curl t into t gt plus t ht, curl by curl t by putting the value of g of t and h of t, we will get g of y dsy plus t hy dsy average there. This is the first form of Kirchhoff's formula. Again, if ux is equal to curl by curl t of average of g y dsy plus t average of curl b xt hy dsy, if we differentiate it with we will get average of gy dsy, and partial differentiation of t with respect to t is 1. So and second term second t is written as it is, and the partial differentiation of second term is curl by curl t average of gy dsy plus t average of hy dsy, which is equation number 12. Now we will calculate the curl by curl t average of gy dsy. We cannot differentiate it with respect to t because t is present in integration limit. Since radius of curl b xt is t, we will change it into unit sphere by putting y is equal to x plus tz, where z is equal to y minus x by t, and y belongs to the boundary, and the mode of z is equal to mode of y minus x divided by mode of t, which is equal to 1. That is mode of z is equal to 1, and z belongs to curl b 0 1, and z which is z belongs to unit ball, which means it. Curl by curl t gy dsy is equal to curl by curl t integration gx plus, by putting the value of y which is x plus tz, we will get curl by curl t average of gx plus tz dsz, and by partial differentiation we will get average of dgx plus tz dot z dsz. Then curl by curl t average of gy dsy is equal to average of dgy y minus x by d dsy. Put this value in equation number 12. We will get uxt is equal to average of gy dsy plus average of dgy yx by t dsy plus t average of hy dsy. Then gy we will write it as average of gy dsy plus average of dgy yx dsy plus t average of hy dsy. By collecting the all integration or limits, we will get uxt average of gy plus thy plus tgy y minus xt sy, which is the second form of the Kirchhoff's formula, and the result is proved. Thank you so much.